All right, welcome back, everyone. I said in the previous video I would do a little follow up to a new crypto I discovered. Let's call it discovered, called SNX synthetix, and I think everybody's a little bit sleeping on it because now Aster currently is stealing most of the thunder. It is doing really well. I'm also still invested in that, in all honesty, but I'm always looking for other opportunities, and I still think this could be one. So I figured it would be fun to do another AI analysis about SNX and to see if it lines up with what I'm thinking. So all I did was put in a prompt into Microsoft Copilot, and I'll just run through it. I've not even completely read the output this time myself, but I figured let's do it together. Let's run through it. I'll form my opinion as I'm making it. Let's just see if it lines up with what we're thinking. All right, so here we are. This is just my Copilot app, as I said. I asked, well, this is the prompt that I used. I basically asked Copilot or told it that it is an expert pretty much on everything crypto. Gave it some extra info because last time it got about Aster, it got confused with a different crypto called ASTER. So I just gave it some clarity here and there, trying not to be biased and basically giving it the bare minimum to be able to make this analysis. So yeah, that's where it came out, and this is what we got. So we got an overview of Aster versus SNX, and why did I compare the two? Because like last time I said, I think the projects are relatively similar, or at least the thing that they're trying to do. They're both aiming at buybacks. They're both aiming at increasing the volume and value of their tokens or their networks, really. Um, and they're just both aimed at growing, and they're trying to go about it in a little different way because, as I said, synthetix, I said that in the last video, is trying to actively create alternatives to real world assets or stock markets or other financial markets. So it's a little different in that regard because Aster is mainly focused at crypto as opposed to all markets. So I suppose that is the difference, but they're both basically DeFi or DEX, perp contracts suppliers, I suppose. They're both aimed at DeFi trading, basically. So that's where I think the similarity is. So yeah, the Aster is a perp DEX token, a synthetic asset protocol token, which is a very fancy word for basically the short explanation which I just gave. The network, multi-chain, BNB, Ethereum, Solana, Arbitrum. I think right now they're only on BNB, or at least their native token is only on BNB. So I think it could be wrong there. I might be wrong. If I am, please feel free to correct me. But I think they're only on BNB. And SNX is natively on Ethereum. And I think the very big benefit that they have is that the Ethereum network is still a lot bigger than BNB right now. So there is a lot more volume on Ethereum, and SNX being around since 2018, um, they were mainly focused at layer 2 solutions at first, but they have rebranded and they have gone back to the layer 1, or basically Ethereum network itself, in order to grab that volume, that value that there is on the Ethereum network. So I think that is a very smart move, and I think that will definitely push volume to that token. So yeah, backers, YAZ Labs affiliated with CZ, as we know from my Aster videos. Ethereum DeFi community, early VC support. So this is obviously not as big hype wise, but I do think that's the reason why people are still sleeping on it. So I'm not actually too worried about that because I think that is why it is relatively cheap. It's 25% of the price, or of the market cap of Aster right now. So you're basically getting a 75% discount on a similar project, similar token. And if it goes to maybe close to the market cap that Hype had, you're looking at a 30x on SNX, or at least easier a 2x or 3x, because it needs a lot less money to achieve that for us or me. Since I've bought already a part of both, by the way. But leverage up to 1001x now. Well, let's be honest, who needs that? That is just insanely risky. So I mean, it's cool that they offer it. I think they only do it up to the first $100 or something. They're not doing it indefinitely with unlimited amounts of money. Nor should you want to do that, because it is so risky. The smallest shift in price will either make you rich or it'll wipe your account, and that is insane levels of gambling. And they're offering up to a 50x, which I think is plenty, especially for the more common traders, the more, let's say, the regular traders, the more experienced traders, which are just accumulating as they go. So I think that 50x is plenty. Once again, I think that's a personal opinion. I'm not a very big leverage trader, so I don't really know for sure, but I think with 50x, I think is already, especially in crypto, risky enough, and there is plenty room for profit in that. And especially low leverage swing traders will find that 50x is more than plenty. Token utility, governance, reward trading incentives, collateral for synths. So yeah, I think that job of it's being its own collateral is very good, because they're also offering like the SUSD, the synthetic USD, which is their stable coin to their asset, which is then again backed by their asset. So I think that's a very, well, I won't say revolutionary, but I think it's a very small, sustainable, or very good sustainable idea. Recent volume 46 billion daily peak, 400 million with a 514 billion cumulative, blah, blah, blah. $400 million market cap. Not sure why it didn't grab the market cap there, but last time it was off about Aster's market cap as well. I remember that. So to a 42 million daily volume. So there is massive difference in that. So that is exactly what I think. Like, if more volume grabs this, like 42 million isn't that much. Like, if it starts shifting to that $1 billion, we could easily see that market cap increase quite considerably. So I think that is a relatively easy attainable goal. And like I said, especially for a 2, 3, maybe 5x, I think is already an insane amount of profit you can grab on this. Like I said, I've bought a little bit. I might buy a little bit more considering where the price goes. But right now, uh, I think in like a 10 or 20% profit. I've not checked, because I'm expecting it to go a lot higher. Aster highlight and upside potential, massive growth. Aster surged over 2,000% since launch, reaching a market cap of 3.4 billion. So it did grab the correct market cap this time, actually. Yeah, CZ endorsement, advisory role, blah blah blah. It basically CZ hyped it and pushed it. Text innovation offers hidden orders, multi-chain support, blah 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 blah. Risks, high whale concentration, which I'm still not too worried about it, because there is a bit of an airdrop wallet, etc. So, I mean, I'm not too worried about that, considering who's binded to that project. So, like I said in the last video, I'm not too worried about that. SNX highlights an investment update, technology and ecosystem. SNX allows you to trade in synthetic assets that track real world assets. So I like this idea. I think this is relatively uh, underdone. Not a lot of crypto that I know personally offer this in such a constructive way. So I like the idea. I like that they're actively developing on this. So I think this could be a very good project down the line. I think this has a lot of staying power, and I like projects that have this. SNX holders can stake tokens to earn fees from exchange and participate in governance. So this is similar to what Aster is trying to do, or is doing basically. Upgrading upgrades aims to make protocol fully permissionless. V2 enables low fee on chain futures trading using off chain oracles. Privacy first reduces liquidation hunting by hiding positions until execution. So these are things that I really like, especially the third one, because it basically it doesn't eliminate it, but it does limit a lot of stop loss hunting and yeah, basically manipulation. So I think that's actually a very revolutionary idea. I like this. I like this a lot. And this in theory should push the price a lot higher. I don't know. Like I like this. I like this sentence. So the current price, current market cap, as I said, the market cap isn't too big, especially for what I think is a relatively unique idea. If it's done properly and they keep doing this, I definitely think this could go a lot higher. So the 2025 forecast is relatively conservative, obviously, because it is not as hyped right now. But as I said, I think DEX platforms are going to be the next big thing, at least for the coming few months. But this year is almost up, so I do think this forecast is conservative. And 2030, a 6 ton average with up to $15. I mean, that aligns roughly with that 30x, I suppose. But I don't know. I kind of it 230 is a long ways away. Like I don't know. I might move out of this token by then, long before that. But I think it can happen. And if anything we know in crypto is like if it does start to move, it can move very fast. Um, like it bases these forecasts off of other people's analysis. I don't know. Like I'm basing it off of similar crypto, and I think at least that 4x that run up to the similar market cap of Aster, I think is doable, and it could be doable in the next few months. Uh, Pretty much within a year, I think that is very doable, especially if we do continue this little bullish run we're having right now with Bitcoin just hitting 125 and even $126,000. I mean, I think it's possible. I think the liquidity and volume and value is there, especially on a network like Ethereum. Uh, and Ethereum is so big that it's peanuts to double this, possibly triple it. It's also the reason why I buy it, of course, because nobody's trying to buy crypto to lose money. So I think it can have that. So why consider SNX? Established protocol, proven track record since 2018, albeit they were a lot higher valued in the past. Uh, but I've not researched it, but I think they had a lot of unlocks over the years, and now, currently, I think the full supply is out, so there are no more unlocks and other weird surprises. So yeah, the value has dropped considerably, but I do like that it's still building and it's showing a similar chart as Aster right now, being slowly pushed up. I think that could is showing good signs of a project that which could bounce back. So real utility, offer exposure to real world assets without custody. I think that is another very, very big benefit, one that Aster does not have, as far as I know. Staking income, passive income via protocol fees, always good to have this. Aster has that as well. DeFi integration powers multiple DeFi platforms. So those are all things I like, and yeah, that's why the AI is putting them in there, I suppose. Risk competition faces pressure from newer decks like Aster and Hyperliquid. So yeah, that is, like I said, is competition, um, but it is unique in a little way because it's offering something else than those. Prices dropped 95% from all-time high in 2021. Now I think that has is mainly because of the supply, but even then, right now the price is technically dirt cheap. It could have a big correction back up, could have a big run up, considering it's reinventing itself. And regulatory uncertainty, synthetic assets may face scrutiny. Um, it could, but it usually these kind of things came from the U.S. and right now everything in the US as crypto, as far as crypto concerned, is a go. So I'm not too worried about this, at least for the next 3 years. By that time, I'm hoping to have at least doubled or tripled my investment into this. So yeah, I think we're good on this. Aster is a high risk growth play. Yeah, as we knew, SNX I think is also a high risk play, but the reward is also a lot. The possible reward is also a lot bigger. Offers a more stable utility driven investment with long term potential in a synthetic asset. So that's what I do think. Like if you're actually looking into this to invest into gold through crypto and just keeping it as a long term investment and keeping just slowly DCAing in or growing without having to go back and forth to different stockbrokers or going through other platforms or exchanges, etc., etc., etc. You want to do this through DeFi. You want to do this with crypto. You don't want to be paying through the nose to with all kinds of different fees. Then this is your platform. And I do think there is a lot of, especially crypto millionaires out there who are looking for projects like this because they don't want to move their money out of crypto. They want to keep it in there, and I completely agree with that. Um, so I think this is a good thing. I think this is actually a very fun analysis. I think this it kind of confirmed what I knew, but it did also tell me a few new tidbits, which kind of confirm it to me more. Even though some things I don't completely agree with, I suppose it's good to hear an outside opinion, especially if it's from a pro trader like Microsoft Copilot in this case. All right, I like doing these AI comparisons. If you want to see me do one of a different crypto, feel free to post it in the comment below, and I'll make one about another crypto. I think it's are very teachable moments. I think there's very smart. I think it's a very smart approach to looking at these cryptos, and the best part is it looks objectively, even though a lot of it aligns with what I'm thinking. There's always something new to learn from these analysis. All right, so this was a bit of a broader video about SNX. Once again, if you have a different opinion, you think I missed something, feel free to share, and possibly I'll correct myself or do another video about it or whatever. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.